everybody. 2010 taught me a lot of things, including the fact that if, following one of your presentations, a band burst unannounced into the room, followed quickly by a posse of dark-suited individuals wearing reflective sunglasses and carrying a small silver cannon, it may be best to put the video camera down for a moment and consider taking refuge under the nearest table, or at the very least, consider covering your ears like you see every single other person in the room doing. And although that was the only presentation this year that included, well, artillery fire, there were 123 others, done for 92 different clients and colleagues and friends from around the world. I traveled 40,000 kilometers, and I took 33 flights and 54 rental cars to visit 7 provinces, 6 states, and 5 countries. I spent 48 nights in hotel rooms and another 97 on the futons and the couches and in the guest rooms of friends and family who were far better than I deserve. And speaking of my friends and family, I got to attend 2 weddings, hear about 4 different engagements, and in my case, try out 3 different styles of facial hair. For now, I think we're going to go with the Toby Ziegler. I also got to spend a day as a Chinese money god, and any day that you get to be called a god, even for a day, is a good one. I managed to accumulate 35 new t-shirts, 23 new water bottles, 13 new coffee mugs, and believe it or not, over $500 worth of gift cards to coffee shops and bookstores, and in one case, for a free hour of paintball action. And for those of you keeping track at home, 2010 brought me 19 new penguins, or penguin-related items. I had the chance to speak in some places I never dreamed I'd get the chance to just 12 months ago. In the Glenn Gould Theatre for TEDx Toronto, in the Ontario Science Centre for TEDx IB York, in a 200-year-old chapel at the Fortress of Louisbourg in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, in Education City in Doha, Qatar, and even at the Great Temple of Petra in Jordan, even if that last one was just for an audience of 2. And perhaps most amazingly for those of you who know me, I actually ate a meal at a 100% raw vegan restaurant. Although for the record, I was tricked into doing that last one. And 2011 looks to be holding even more exciting things. And well, there's a lot to be nervous about heading into my first full year at the head of a new company. I want to tell you something. If I can memorize all of those numbers for this little video, I'm confident I can handle whatever 2011 is going to throw at me. But most of all, what I hope it brings me is the chance to meet more amazing people like you. Every single one of you has been a client or a potential client, a friend, a coworker, a colleague, somebody who took the time to give me a business card, drop me an email, or walk up and tell me after a presentation that the things that I was doing actually had an impact on you. And I wanted to make sure that I said thank you and let you know how much I appreciate all the support that you've shown me and Nuance leadership over these past few months. And I wanted to make sure that I said thank you and that I wish you and everyone important to you the most extraordinary 2011. And I want to close the year by showing a little video and photo montage of some of the amazing places I got to visit and some of the extraordinary people that I got to meet this year. They're set to 2 of my favorite recordings of all time. And honestly, I know they are probably better suited for a funeral. In fact, one of them's recorded at a funeral. But the fact of the matter is, I really hope that they make you think and smile the way they do me as well. Thank you again, all of you, for an incredible 2010. And I hope I cross paths with every single one of you in 2011. Take care.
The answer is to rely on you. Not a time of life, but a state of mind, a temper of the will, a quality of imagination, a predominance of courage over timidity, of the appetite for adventure over the love of ease. The cruelties and obstacles of this swiftly changing planet will not yield to the obsolete dogmas and outworn slogans. They cannot be moved by those who cling to a present that is already dying, who prefer the illusion of security to the excitement and danger that come with even the most peaceful progress. It is a revolutionary world we live in, and this generation at home and around the world has had thrust upon it a greater burden of responsibility than any generation that has ever lived. Some believe there is nothing one man or one woman can do against the enormous array of the world's ills. Yet many of the world's great movements of thought and action have flowed from the work of a single man. A young monk began the Protestant Reformation. A young general extended an empire from Macedonia to the borders of the earth. A young woman reclaimed the territory of France. And it was a young Italian explorer who discovered the New World. And the 32-year-old Thomas Jefferson who reclaimed that all men are created equal. These men move the world, and so can we all. Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events. And in the total of all those acts will be written the history of this generation. Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope. And crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current that can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. Few are willing to brave the disapproval of their fellows, the censure of their colleagues, the wrath of their society. Moral courage is a rarer commodity than bravery in battle or great intelligence. Yet it is the one essential, vital quality for those who seek to change a world that yields most painfully to change. And I believe that in this generation, those with the courage to enter the moral conflict will find themselves with companions in every corner of the globe. For the fortunate among us, there is the temptation to follow the easy and familiar paths of personal ambition and financial success, so grandly spread before those who enjoy the privilege of education. But that is not the road history has marked out for us. Like it or not, we live in times of danger and uncertainty, but they are also more open to the creative energy of men than any other time in history. All of us will ultimately be judged, and as the years pass, we will surely judge ourselves on the effort we have contributed to building a new world society and the extent to which our ideals and goals have shaped that event.
Remember when I moved in you, the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much, I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.